Jamie Lee, fuck no, you cannot have that in your video. No matter how perfect we get things set, we could design it ourselves, we could build it ourselves, but there's some things you just cannot control, and that pisses the fuck out of me. Over the years, I have matured and gotten a little bit wiser, and I have learned that you have got to adapt. And the key to that, I have found, is practice losing something at least once a day that you think you can't go without. And then slowly you learn to adapt better and better. And then slowly you learn to realize, I'm cool. Thank you so much to the people that love me. Thank you so much to the people that hate me. Either way, you're still watching. 1,000 is a fuck lot of people to me, and it means the world. So thank you, thank you, thank you to you. Even you. My first video that I did to say thank you on our 1,000 subscribers to my channel was pulled today because I had a strike against me for the background music that I used in the video. And I'm always skating on thin ice when I use music in my videos because my channel is not monetized, which means I don't make money. I got a strike notice saying that it had in fact been pulled. I wish that YouTube would give you a little bit more of a warning, at least give you a chance to pull the video, and then edit it so I could pull out the music and I could keep the actual video, because I loved how that video came together. Fuck. No. Fuck it. When I edit the videos that I make for you guys and for my channel, I'm someone that can't ever go back and watch something that I've created or made. I just can't do it. I have this weird, I don't know, it's a very bizarre thing. I think Johnny Depp talked about it once, which is once he gets into his character or he works really hard on a project, whether or not you're method acting, you cannot go back. Everything goes together. The music, the atmosphere, it's a whole pathos of things going on that I want to try to communicate to the viewer. And once I kind of put it out there with a little bow, I feel so happy and content. And, you know, I'm obsessive compulsive over everything from the picture that goes up. So the minute that I feel like something's wrong, I have scrubbed videos so many times because there was one tiny detail that I would watch it all the way through and I thought it's just not working. So I had to pull it. Yay for 1,000 members finally on my channel. The cool thing about this time around, which I didn't get last time around, people saw the thumbnail where I posted, I did some photographs of just me as the Batman, the Batwoman, without saying too much, because again, I'm walking on thin ice as is with Warner Brothers. They pulled that video faster than I could. They saw the thumbnails that I made or the pictures, and they thought all it was me where I photoshopped a bat mask to my face, or I must have photoshopped the picture that for some reason it wasn't real. It was fake. Then they clicked on the video and then they saw me moving and talking and everything, and they said, oh my God, that's really you, really me. Having 1,000 members and reaching 1,000 members, subscribers that regularly watch the videos or that anticipate them every Sunday, now that I'm kind of regularly scheduled, even though I pop some new ones out there every once in a while, it means so much to me. I have made no secret that YouTube these last few months has seriously saved me. It has saved me from myself. It has saved me from falling into this just deep hole, this deep black dark hole of nothingness. Do you take video requests? Either way, I figured it couldn't hurt to ask. I've been so inspired by you and you've had a big impact on me. There is something that I am curious about. One of my closest friends and I have been wondering how we can boost our confidence as performers and in just interacting with people in general. We are both dealing with a lot of personal family issues that drain us and our own insecurities and problems. It makes it hard to remember what's important. I don't know your whole story, but from what I've gathered, you've been through a hell of a lot, and I was just wondering what your tips and advice is on how to put your best self forward when you are facing adversity. I know so many ways to express things inside themselves, but end up holding back for reasons I've mentioned, etc. How can you be confident as a person and entertainer and truly express yourself and what's in your heart, including the beauty that's in your heart when you feel like shit? Thanks for reading this, Jamie, and thanks for being a beautiful soul and for inspiring so many people. You've been a life changer and a life saver to so many. Your form of artistry reminds me of this Van Gogh quote. The more I think it over, the more I feel that there is nothing more truly artistic than to love people. Vincent Van Gogh. I'm gonna do my best. By the way, I'm so grateful, and I said this in my first video, that I have YouTube and I can just be myself. and I can just say what I want, and I can be silly, and I can be goofy, and I can be real, and I don't have to hide behind any masks. You know, there's no mask that I need to hide behind. I can just be me. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. It really, really doesn't. There's no bullshit. I don't have a filter. I don't have a censor. It's gotten me in a lot of trouble. It's gotten me kicked out of a lot of places. It's gotten me blacklisted from a lot of places. But I would still rather be able to just tell the truth and not lie than the other way around. I just don't go out of my house. You never will get over that, because it's the one thing that is a constant in your life, is having issues, family issues, having drama. Hopefully as you get older, you're going to learn how to resolve those problems quicker and more maturely and in a faster way. The thing you need to focus on when it comes to, if you want to be a performer, like you said, and I don't know what kind of performing you mean, study the greats. I spent a lot of time over the years when I was little just escaping into movies and escaping into entertainers and watching them, and they became like surrogate parents to me. And it seemed like I was a really lonely kid because I didn't have any friends, so I didn't really have anybody to look up to mentor me on, this is how you're supposed to be as a grown woman. This is what you're supposed to do. You know, they weren't in front of me showing me the ropes. They didn't know who the hell I was. I was some random kid. But I vicariously watched them and observed them and noticed how they interacted and how they performed. Eventually, it just becomes a part of who you are. I think you get to a certain age, for me it was really young, where you do not give a fuck what anybody thinks about you. I think probably it's harder to do that when you're young and you're in school from the ages of kindergarten to high school. But even I stopped even before like 9th grade. I was pretty much like, you get tired of trying to fit into this mold that everyone is going to try to put you into. The world, society, bureaucracy, just bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Everywhere you look, someone's going to try and put you into a box. And if you don't want to have a voice and you want to have a really miserable life, you're going to go into one of those boxes. They are going to be lined with gold, and the red carpet is going to be rolled out, and all you're going to have to do is step into one of those boxes and you are set. The thing is you will not know who you are, and you will live somebody else's life, not your own. If you want to be who you are, or at least try to live authentically, you need to stop giving a damn what anybody thinks. Try doing something once a day that's out of your comfort zone. Something as simple as go for a ride on a bike in a park and stop a stranger and have a conversation with him, or go to your nearest city, take the subway and just talk to a stranger. When I was in high school, I would take the subway to New York City, and I didn't have any friends to talk to at school, so the only time I would get any kind of human interaction with people, and this is the truth, the only time I would get any kind of human interaction with people was when I would go into New York City. I would sneak into the city, I would pay the $5 for the train, and I would literally walk the streets looking for somebody that I could engage in a conversation with. 9 times out of 10, they were homeless people, or they were drug addicts that either had a dog, because I love animals, and I would walk up to the dog, and I would just start petting the dog, and they saw I was a kid, and I'd say, I feel bad because I don't have money, but we would start talking, and then I felt like I was accepted because someone's actually talking to me, but I learned life skills from them. Try to do at least one thing every day that pushes you out of your comfort zone. And I think what that does is that boosts your confidence sort of subconsciously. You realize things that you can handle that you never thought you could before. And again, it could be something as simple as, I don't know, brush your teeth with, don't brush your teeth, Jack. Go have sex with a midget. No. Do at least one thing a day outside of your comfort zone. Eventually you're going to build and build and build. And the more you see what you can adapt to, and you'll be fine. And you're going to survive. And it's going to be amazing. Your confidence will grow from that. I would get lost. I wanted to just be an explorer. You know, when I was young, I wanted to be an adventurer, and I just wanted to get away. That's what I did. So I looked to entertainers, and it helped me. Entertainers and doing stuff outside of my comfort zone. And then eventually you're going to start to see that people are going to see that in you, and they're going to admire that in you, and they're going to be inspired by that. And you're going to find people are going to be drawn to you because they see that you're following your own bliss and you don't care what anybody thinks about you. That's the most attractive quality to me. One of the most attractive qualities that I look for in people, obviously, is I love intelligence. I love people that are intelligent. I love people that have a sense of humor. about the world, because if you don't have that, you're fucked. I'm not gonna bullshit you. There's still a lot of stuff you guys don't know. There's still a shitload of stuff I don't talk about. There are tons of things that I have never mentioned, probably won't, or I still struggle with, or I gloss over, or I candy floss, or I just blatantly don't talk about. And I disregard because it's too painful, it's too private, it's too personal. If you're feeling like shit though, that's when you need to turn on your camera. Push the record button on your phone or your video camera or whatever you kids have nowadays, your iPads, your iPods, or twatters or Twitters, they don't record. Whatever. It's probably going to be the most difficult time to do it because you do feel like shit, like you said, but it's going to be the realest. And again, subconsciously, by purging all that stuff out, you're going to be healing yourself and you're subconsciously going to become your own therapist. Just suck it up. Just have gratitude. Be grateful for the things you do have and just know and believe that you're worth it. And whatever's going to come will come in due time. Comedians are some of the most depressed people in the world, but they find comedy to help them survive, you know? People look to video games to get lost in worlds. People go to space to get lost in another world. It's never going to go away. You're never going to have just your bliss. You need to follow your bliss, but you need to learn how to welcome the challenges and deal with the challenges in a productive way. Anybody that asks me any questions about love or romance, I have my same stock answer. In your 20s, have fun, have lots of sex. Okay, just try to figure out who the hell you are. Don't settle down. Don't use the word love. If you do and you feel it, then you're probably one of the exceptions to the rule. I don't think anybody can know what true love really is until at least you're 30 years old. Maybe 25, 26. I think there's no way in hell, and I know this will probably be a big like, oh, Jamie, I fell in love when I was 12. Just enjoy being a kid, enjoy making mistakes and fucking up. Don't get too fucked up, you know, don't get herpes or anything. Figure out who you are first and figure out the things that make you happy and bring you joy and pleasure, and then focus on trying to find a partner. Because then every time you get into a relationship, it's not going to be for the right reasons and you're not going to get anything out of it. It's going to be short-lived and temporary and you're going to keep going in a wheel like a hamster. So figure out, you don't have to figure out who you are completely. None of us do. Most of us won't, ever. But figure out at least this much about yourself, that you can say, I know this about me for sure. Once you can do that, then you can open up your heart and let somebody love you. And it's the real deal. And you just have to be ready and willing to appreciate it and see it when it comes. But anything before 25, just have fun. Even your question was it? Your question was, how do you let go when you've been conditioned not to or something like that? I say fuck conditioning. Conditioning is almost as bad as how I feel about certain religions. I love God. I believe in God. Yes, I do. I don't like religion because I think it's a form of conditioning. Conditioning meaning when things are implanted in our brains, in our nebuluses, in our cerebellums, when we are too young or too naive or too ignorant to know that we actually have a say in the matter. We realize that we're being treated like shit and that we deserve only the very best. And you need to get to that point too. Nobody's going to tell you. Nobody's going to give you, you know, a golden ticket that says today's the day that you realize you don't want to be treated like shit. You have to feel it and you just have to feel worthy. And you have to feel that you are enough and you don't need to do anything to impress anybody to be loved. And if you can find somebody like that, then don't let them go. Hope I answered your questions. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. The love stuff though, wait until you're at least 25 before you start doing the serious things. Enjoy your youthness. It's not even a word, but I'm Batwoman. I make up my own words. Suck it, Batman. I do more than just sleep upside down and I do my own stuff. I get her done, you know what I'm saying? What other shit is there? I don't know. We're gonna change the world. I can feel it. Can you feel it? This has been the best orifice for me. Wrong word. I have this mind that's not always, just works out that way. Isn't that weird? Sometimes that stuff works out. I painted a picture today. Maybe it's not me. No, I'm not Howard Stern. It is me, guys. It's Jamie. Lynn, what's her last name? You ain't seen nothing yet. Lee, I will haunt your dreams. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. Time to go fight some crime.
T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Why are you guys still here? You need to go. Thank you so much. You sat through this whole thing. You sat through it twice. If you saw the original, that got flagged. So thank you. But now really you need to go. Okay? Bye.